What's up, guys? We're playing Tiny Metal today. Now, the developers reached out to me and sent me a demo build so we could check it out ahead of time. And what's cool here is this is the game everyone was talking about before. If you remember this, that Sony Unties, which is the kind of the publishing label that they put out in a press release, would kind of take the reins for some indie games. And Tiny Metal is the first one that they're going to do. So I figure, let's jump into the campaign and take a look at what it has to offer. According to the email they sent me, the idea of this game is to be a spiritual successor to Advanced Wars. It's coming out on the Switch, the PS4, and the PC. I am playing the PC version, and I capped it at 60 frames because the monitor I have in front of me right now is a 60 hertz monitor. So I want to make sure there's no screen tearing. So let's jump into the campaign. We're going to play the second mission, and we'll kind of play through it so you guys can check it out. Okay, so here we go. We're getting into the second mission here. There is a lot of story. And as you're hearing right now, they have full Japanese voiceover and then English text, which is pretty cool. So I'm actually going to fast forward through a lot of the story. That way you can experience it yourself if you get the game. But you can see right here how much story there. The opening, tons of story. So if you're a fan of them kind of setting up a full, like, a lore and everything, this is it right here. So the idea of the mission I'm playing here is when they first introduce you to capturing bases and creating units that are specific to the map you're playing. So in this case, I have two guys here, and I'm going to work to capture a few buildings. And the reason I'm really going to be doing that is when you capture buildings, which you'll see here, capture building, it takes a few turns. But the idea then is to, like, here's like a factory part, is one, the more buildings you have, the more currency they'll pay you every turn. The other thing is if you get something like this here, where you get a factory, you will at that point, yep, so we're going to capture, you will then be able to build units that you can use for the mission. So they're explaining to me how I capture. You essentially spend some turns on top of the buildings capturing the unit. And we'll get in some combat here soon so you can see just how much like Advanced Wars it is, because it definitely is a spiritual successor. So I captured that one, and the unit was promoted, so your units do rank up during gameplay, which is pretty cool. So they'll get stronger as you play and everything. Now we're going to capture the factory type building. And you'll see here, so they're taking their turn. They're up there somewhere, which we'll start to go find them soon. Probably great defense. Yep. They also increase visibility. Cool. So we're going to move him off of there, and we're actually going to go up on this hill. We're going to kind of wait right there. See, so we have when you're up on top of the hills, you can actually see further. That's one of the reasons I took that vantage point. So I'm also going to go here, and you can see we can create a rifleman or a lancer. I'm going to create a lancer because later on in this mission we do have to fight tanks. There are tanks that are very strong against the riflemen, but the lancers are set up for them. I'm going to push him up here, and we're going to get into the forest here because you actually have cover then if you're in the forest. So he's going to sit on top of there, and we should see a unit up here trying to take this building, which we'll wait. There he is, and we'll go get him. We gotta take him out. See, the riflemen are much better against fighting the lancers. And I want to go get those riflemen because I don't want them destroying my lancers. I'll need them for later. So we'll let them take their turn, which they're doing now. And then we're going to go ahead and, there we go, jump through there. And I'm going to use these riflemen to take these guys out to help protect my lancers. So we'll do some damage to this guy. Oh yeah, there we go. And they're gonna have a harder time hitting me because I'm in the forest. So we'll see what he does. Yep, so they took out one guy. So you can see they didn't do much damage. And then we'll use this guy to come up here. We'll have the high ground, and we'll hopefully take him out completely. There we go. And they're done. There we go. So they won't even fire back because they're done, and they explode when they lose. And his attack boost is up 25%, which is great. We're going to move our Lancer up here, and then I will have them wait there. But then I'll come back here and we'll make another Lancer because that Lancer is hurt pretty bad. So And then we'll probably move up here and we'll work to take control of that that building there. Yep, so right now they're talking about the tanks that are up ahead now. So we're gonna... Yes, so they're explaining that the Lancers that I created, they can't move very far. Their mobility is very bad. It's very poor. That's what the riflemen are for. They're to cover them. So let's move ahead here. And what I'm going to do is we'll help the Lancers go up for... Actually, I'm going to move this Lancer up some to the forest. And he'll wait there. And there's a rifleman there, so we got to get rid of him before the Lancers take some damage from them. But I'll move Lancer up here, and then we'll get a rifleman on top of that building. We'll make another Lancer. See, I get enough money between turns to just keep making Lancers. But we're going to move him up to the building here, and I'm not going to capture it yet. I'm just going to work to attack this person. Start getting rid of them. And he should do some decent damage. Yeah, there we go. Nice. It only took away 2. Okay, that's not terrible. Light damage. So you can see he's actually halfway gone. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get to him. But we'll move him up here. And we'll wait. There we go. So I wonder if he's even going to attack. Oh, they're going after my Lancers. You see this? Oh, man. Okay, good. He didn't really hit that hard. That's good news. So at this point, I guess I'll move... Oh, they ranked up, so the enemies do rank up as well. I'm tempted to just move him up and get rid of this rifleman, but that tank's over there too. You know what? I am going to do that. Mostly just to get rid of him now. So attack him. There's the tanks over there. I don't think my Lancer's going to be able to get to him. It's going to be too far away. But... Oh, I still like how they explode. Man, this rifleman's going to get destroyed probably by this tank, but it's up to 30% boost now. Can't quite get there. Man. But I will place him on top of this building and start capturing that building just because. Oh, he only captured 1 point. I should not have done that. I should not have done that. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Because I'll have him go up here, so if that tank wants to go after my rifleman there, he'll have to pretty much run in front of that Lancer. That Lancer move up too. And then we'll make another one, just because I can. Should probably make another rifleman, actually, just because I'm running out of them. Okay, good. He's going after Lancer. Oh, great. This is good. I was worried he'd go after my rifleman. I can take that Lancer getting knocked out. That's not the biggest deal in the world. Because I have a Lancer right there that can go up, and 2 of them actually that hopefully can get to him. Yes, nice, there we go. Yep, we can start doing some damage now. I could probably move that other Lancer there on top of the building and fire down. One of the tanks is gone. So yeah, he only did he only took care of 2 guys there. 51. There's a really cool part of this game as well. As you saw how they lose units there, like I just lost 2 units and they lost a tank. As you lose units, that unit will do less damage. So let's say they're made up of like 10 guys, so you do 100% damage with 10 people. Let's say they get attacked like that and they lose 3. Now they're doing 70% damage because they're missing units in that group. It's kind of I like it a lot. It's a good idea to keep that in this game. It might make parts of it harder, but I like that feature and that idea set. So let's hopefully finish them up. And oh no, they still have 1 tank left. They have to be almost done. Oh, 3%. Come on. I don't think riflemen can't do any damage to them. Oh, they're not gonna. The tank's not gonna be able to do much. So I'm gonna get this rifleman out of there, just so he doesn't get destroyed. And I guess at this point we'll just wait. There's not much else I need to do. We'll get you out of the way too. We'll get you in the woods. There's not much I need to do other than that. Sure, I'll make another rifleman. Why not? Just because I can. Yeah, you're not even going to attack. That's it. That's over. I'm going to wipe them out. Boom. Done. Of course, I get a critical hit, like right at the end, right? And that is the end of the 2nd mission in the campaign. Victory! 595 score. That's pretty good. So you can see I've played total of this game so far 21 minutes, 6 minutes, 40 seconds in that mission. So depending on which missions you do, they don't take super long. Here's like the overworld part of it where you kind of go through the different missions. And I'm using an Xbox One controller this whole time. You can see on the screen there, I can also use a mouse if I want. And the way it works when you're using a controller, it kind of has like a grid set up and you just kind of just move it around that way. So it seems to work okay with controllers because, of course, if you get it on the PS4 or the Switch, I guess or if you use PC, you can just use a controller and it's fine. There's no real issue. So there's a couple other missions here which I'll play through and then I might give just an impressions at some point. But thanks to them for sending this out to me so I could try it out early and we can get a look at it. Feels very much like Advanced Wars, and there are people who are huge fans of these style games, kind of like the military style, top-down strategy RPG style games where you rank up in the middle of the game. You can kind of use that for strategy, so you can have one unit just kind of bulldoze a bunch of units, and then they keep building up their attack power, and then you can use them for the end. But you can see at the top I have my high scores there with gold, silver, and bronze, and I don't know if there's anything else that I get from that, but let me go back. Because you can, of course, run skirmish, they have multiplayer, and then they have unlocks in the Metalpedia, and what that is as you unlock different things, they have story parts too, because at one of the missions I managed to get like a diary, and it said to go check it out in the Metalpedia. So, like, there's this is it, Records of War Soldiers Log, and it kind of, so the idea there is that you can kind of do some backstory as well if you want to learn more about the story and the lore and everything. So overall, I'm really liking the idea of this game. It really does feel like a spiritual successor to Advanced Wars. So if you're a fan of Advanced Wars, right now you've got to be excited because this looks like a game right up your alley. It's not going to be super expensive because it's more of an indie style game with their Sony Unties studio. But very cool. I like the idea. I'm going to keep an eye on this, and they did say that when they get it on the Switch, they could probably send me over a version of that as well, just in case you're curious what it looks like on the portable system. Thanks, guys, for watching. Thanks for stopping by and checking out Tiny Metal with me. I'll see you guys next time.